Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Queen of Pentacles. Look at that beauty. That is a gorgeous card. You're somebody right now that I think is rather, you're kind of considering legacy in a way. I feel as if you have this, you have this kind of thought exercise, I guess, that you do where you put yourself in the position of your future self, right? And you kind of look back on your life and you look back to today. And you think, you know, did I do everything I could? Did I make good choices? Did I enjoy myself? I feel as if there is this kind of retro future perspective kind of thing that you're doing. Because the Queen of Pentacles is very often us looking at the past. Okay? But I also sometimes feel that this card is literally our future self. Right? You're imagining yourself in the success that you want. And this is a good exercise to do. Envision yourself in that kind of winning moment, that success that you want, that future life, who you are, where you are, and what are you doing a month, a year, 5, 10 years down the road, whatever your time frame. Put yourself there. Put yourself here, right? And feel it. Hear it, see it. Taste it, touch it, smell it. Really, really immerse yourself in that vision, okay? And allow that version of yourself to then think back to today and say, what do I need to do right now? Or what did I do right now to help me become that future version of myself, right? And I think this is a wonderful exercise because it puts things in perspective. It really puts our present choices, options, decisions, struggles, into context. Yeah. This is also the card, like I said, of looking at the past. So even from today, looking at what we have already done. We could take who we are right now, look at your past choices, all of the decisions, the struggles, the things that we've wrestled with, everything in the past, every choice we've made has brought us right here, right now, today. We are who we are today because of everything that we've done, every interaction that we've had, every choice we've made, every word choice we've made. The light just went out again. I got to replace that one. I think it must be on the fritz. But that's okay. Now everything's stopped working. Okay, now we're going to, next card, 10 of Pentacles. And see if it'll stay on for a few more minutes. The 10 of Pentacles is really that kind of best life. That is the picture of your best life. Okay, so this is everything that I just asked you to do, who you are, where you are, what you want to be in the future. This is kind of that, we call it a long-term goal, but it doesn't have to be long-term. It could be who I want to be by the end of the week or by the end of this reading, right? This is the picture of your best life. It's set up as an ideal. This is the poster you keep on your wall, thinking one day, and so every time you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you see? That 10 of Pentacles on the wall, showing me, reminding me, keeping me focused on that goal. That's who I am. That's who I'm going to be. That's where I want to be. So then I'm going to take this day. I'm going to seize the day and the night. And I'm going to make all the decisions that I possibly can, everything within my control, to continue my path in this direction. Okay? This is the card of wealth. This is the card of not just and it's not just financial wealth. See, this card, if we look very closely at all those coins, each and every one of those coins has another 10 of Pentacles on it. So really, it's exponential success. It's exponential growth. It isn't just saying, that poster on my wall, that's who I want to be. Well, what happens when you get there? Well, we realize that's just one, it's very fractal in a way, right? It's just one component of one pentacle of one larger pentacle, right? So this really is having that knowledge, having the sight, right? Knowing what you want in life, knowing what wealth means to you. If I say you're going to become a wealthy person, Taurus, what does that mean, right? I see it happening, and I know you have an idea of what that is and what you want and what it's going to be like. I think you can feel it, taste it, touch it, smell it. I don't know the details, but I do know you're going to be a very wealthy person. And I think finances, yeah, finances are a part of it, but it's just one part, right? Just money by itself is not bringing you all these other things. It's not friendship. It's not love. It's not, it's not divine love. It's not platonic love. It's not romantic love. It's just a pentacle. It's just a vessel, right? So we really need that vision. We really need to know what it is that we want. 9 of Pentacles. You got a lot of earth energy. I really do predict that you're going to be a very wealthy person. In very obvious ways, and in ways that are more specific to you, that are kind of like just your own personal definition of wealth, right? The 9 of Pentacles underneath everything. This is the card of gain. If this is a picture of your best life, this is you living it right now. We realize that the kingdom of heaven is here right now. We just have to live it. We just have to realize that and start living in a way that is, that acknowledges that. So what I mean is, we realize that I am this version of me because of every choice that I've ever met or ever made, right? And so we're sort of already here in this 10 of Pentacles. But since it is fractal and it is kind of exponential or infinite or whatever is the right description for it, it's an ongoing process. As soon as I get to here right now, who I am right now, I realize that this then kind of jumps back a little bit. It starts to expand. Some of that fractalness starts to unfold. And so it's an ongoing process, and this is that process. That light's going to go out again. This is just total equipment failure today. This is us living in that process. This is the verb, not the noun, right? And this is that ongoing life. And so I realize that every decision I make right now, every effort I make right now has to be toward that 10 of Pentacles and not further away. And that really is as simple as it gets for how do we choose things in life. How do you choose what to eat? How do you choose, how do we make any kind of choice? We have to understand whether or not it's bringing us closer to this or further away, or maybe we're just idling. And I think even idling sometimes brings us further away. But this is the way of life for you. Okay? This is your unique way of doing things. This is your focus on, in some ways, trying to economize our time and effort. Put in tremendous effort into life, but it's all directed in the right way. Every movement is intentional, right? Doesn't really leave a lot of room for spontaneity, I guess, right? So maybe we need to keep going. The Prince of Wands, there's that commitment, right? This is the activity that has been very steady. It's a steady fuel. It's a fire that is just, it's continually burning at a very steady pace. It's the Prince of Wands. It's fixed fire energy, right? This is a creative energy that has been, it's been burning for a long, long time. It's not running out, right? we may not be running at full steam ahead, but it's, in some ways, this is very, very Taurus-y energy, right? Because Taurus, you're a fixed earth energy. And this is the fixed fire energy. And I think, what do we need? If we're fixed earth, what do we need but fixed fire? Okay? I mean, that seems like, it seems very appropriate for what we need. As an earth sign, you need a little bit of fire to fuel that momentum, to keep us going in that steady direction. I'm going to keep turning this light on, but I have a feeling it's going to keep failing. So I think that this really is perhaps that moment where you made that decision to focus on these goals and to pursue a life, intentionally with purpose. Let's see what's up above. Princess of Pentacles, more earth energy. All this earth and this fire is what's pushing it all forward. Isn't that neat? That's so cool. That's so cool. And the Princess of Pentacles is you realizing and being able to continually expanding your imagination. This fire is pushing this earth energy out. So really it's kind of a representative of the Ten of Pentacles, but in kind of a more visual way, I guess, for you. Because the Princess of Pentacles is everything that ever was, is, or will be. Not could be, will be. This is you realizing your infinite potential, right? This is you seeing not only what you want at the end of the week, but yeah, literally end of the month, the year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Just keep going. It's so expansive, and you can achieve all of this. There's no limit to what you can achieve. There's no limit to what you can manifest. Okay? The whole thing about manifestation is fire to earth, heaven to earth, above to below, inside to outside, impulse to behavior, will to action, inspiration to implementation, fire to earth. It's that electrical circuit of divine creative force. And you've got it right now. You've got the fire. And all of this earth is giving us different angles of, we're looking at the same earth energy, but just different perspectives of it. Let's see what is in the future position, the Two of Cups. That's the key to it all. What is the carrot in front of you, right? What is motivating you in all of this? Love, connection, right? And like I said, it's romantic love, platonic love. It is divine love. It's all of these things, right? Love goes everywhere, okay? And so with the Two of Cups, this is about the union with every individual thing that you want, that you connect with, that is in your life, right? And that is part of your wealth. Part of your best life is to have this kind of intimate connection with yourself, with the world around you, your pets, your plants, your people. Yeah. And this is the motivating force. This is the glue that holds it all together, right? I want to see where your mental energy might be, but let's first select the mystery card. This is the bonus card, the confirmation card. It's the factor infinite and unknown, and we are just going to put it down over here. We're going to put Kevin, aka Mr. Bates, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, put your prediction down in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. Helps out the channel, and I really appreciate that. Let's check in with your general energy. Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, again, shows us the movement. Right? We've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles really is the progress. I feel like I'm reaching a goal and I keep going. It's something that I'm constantly doing, and it's, I'm making progress. The Five of Pentacles is kind of like the machine is starting to break down a little bit, right? That there are some parts that need to be replaced, that there are things that need to be oiled, right? That we maybe have to rebuild the engine sometimes, right? And so it's an awareness, okay? It's a strategy. It's almost, this is your contingency. This is your preparedness, right? This is Mercury in Taurus. So this is you having a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, D, E. You have all these contingencies. If anything were to go wrong, you know what you're going to do because you've done that visionary work, right? You've done that thought experiment to really see all possible angles of it, and we're looking at a lot of different angles. This is the idea that, yes, things will go wrong. There will eventually be something that breaks down. A belt will snap, a tire will go flat, something, right? You might run over a nail. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Actually, I used to, for whatever reason, every time I'd go to one of these major kind of super markets, I'd end up running over a screw in the parking lot. And by the time I got home, my tire was completely flat. Every time I go to this one really big store, I'd come home with a flat tire and there'd be a screw in it. And since then I stopped going to that store. But we plan for those things, Luckily, my vehicle, we got home before it went flat. It was a slow leak, but when I got home, I noticed that something was up. But I still had the spare tire and the jack in the back of the car. And there have been times where in the middle of a rainstorm, I've had to get out in the mud and change the flat tire in this car. I don't know why I have bad luck with tires. I really do. But this is you being prepared for those things. And I think this is absolutely essential, and absolutely it is part of our process. Part of the reason why you can make so much progress here. Part of the reason why we have this 9 of Pentacles, we want to keep the machine moving. So we might even do preventative maintenance. We change the oil, we rotate the tires, we inspect the thing before we leave. And then, of course, we have those preparations. We have the jumper cables and the spare tire in the trunk, just in case. Right? And I think you're one that is very, you're a very prepared person. You might even do some sort of outdoor survival kind of activities where you kind of, I think of Michael Scott in The Office, right? Goes out to the woods with nothing but a knife and some duct tape and is supposed to, survive for a while. But I watch those shows too, like Alone and these kinds of shows. And I think it really is kind of in your nature to have those kinds of skills. Practical skills, like how to change a tire. You know how to start a fire from, maybe a couple of sticks, the bow and stick kind of method, or even from a flint. Or you just know how to stack wood and you got a lighter, to make a fire, whatever it is. I feel like you know how to do a lot of things. And it's part of this real preparedness, but it's part of this motivation to keep your life moving in that direction that you envision. It really is some intense, and a lot of Earth cards. It really is a lot. Okay, 10 of Cups, very nice. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. You're looking for that life that not only has the vessel of wealth, but has the depth of meaning to that wealth. What's the point of being successful if it doesn't mean anything to you, if you don't feel anything about it, right? The 10 of Cups is the water, and the 10 of Pentacles, they are the actual vessel, the cups, right? The 10 of Cups, well, it's the water, but the 10 of Pentacles is actually the cup, and that's the secret of the tarot. I just revealed the magic of the tarot here. We need the pentacles to contain that water. Right? Otherwise, that water is fleeting. That water, maybe we get it for a moment, but it's gone. And we don't know how to hold on to it. You ever try to hold water in the palms of your hands like this? Maybe you could take a little drink, but no matter how hard you try, it's going to find its way out of there eventually. And then, of course, you're walking around with a handful of water. You can't do much else. Okay, so we create these vessels, we create these cups, these systems, these activities, these lives, right, to contain that sense of meaning. You find something of meaning, you have a meaningful experience, and we want to construct something. We make a shrine, we make an altar, right, to solidify that, to bring it down to the realm of earth energy. that really is your skill. That really is you succeeding. That is the big win for you. To create a life full of meaning and a system of life, a way of life, right? The 9, it's very Taoist. The 9 of Pentacles matches my shirt, all this earth energy. Creating that vessel that contains the meaning. It's your way of life that is so full of meaning for you. That is a huge win. That is the biggest win, that I've ever seen. Is there an obstacle to any of this? 4 of Pentacles. Well, thinking too small, right? The only obstacle is you putting a limit on yourself, right? Isolate, and there goes the light again. I should just leave it off. I like it better this way anyway. The 4 of Pentacles is us falling short of the 10. And maybe this is a good thing in a way, because if the 4 of Pentacles is our biggest fear, it's kind of showing me that my only worry in life is that I'm going to get too old to keep making progress. That my physical form is going to wear out, and I'm not going to be able to do all these things I want to do and pursue this passion and have this meaningful experience of life. That's a pretty good concern, right? That's kind of what I wish for in life. I wish that by the time I'm old and unable to do anything, that I still have this burning in my heart to do things. Still have the motivation and the ambition and that fiery spark of creative energy, but I'm just, my fingers won't do it anymore. That's to me, that's it. Because what's the other option? That I run out of inspiration, I run out of creative will, I run out of motivation and enthusiasm and that fiery spark of the divine energy long before my body is too run down to do anything. I'd rather it be the other way. So that's sometimes what the 4 of Pentacles shows me, especially in the position of the obstacle. The obstacle is that I still feel all this fire, I still feel this 10 of Cups, but my hands just can't work fast enough to create it, to create the vessel to contain it, right? And so some of this water overflows, and it's fleeting, and it runs out, and I'm only fast enough now because I'm getting older. I can only do 4 cups at a time. I can only make 4 things, but I've got all this water, and it's not enough, right? So that's a very good problem to have. And this is a really big win. And I don't think you really see this blessing coming with the 10 of Cups, I feel as if you have maybe humble aspirations. In a 10 of Pentacles, and then we have a 2 of Cups. Let's say it's, I didn't think it was going to be this good. I didn't think it was going to be 10 of Cups good. Let's see what the final card is. The Sun card. Absolute success and clarity, health and wealth, vibrant, alive energy. And this is really the blessing. This is huge, right? This is the link between heaven and earth. This is that creative energy that never expires, right? And long after our body has given up, this creative fire, this spirit, this soul of yours is still alive, right? Is still full of life and love and this creative force. And I think this is really the big win. This is showing that even right now in this moment, you can look at your life and you have that water energy because you have been through your choices now and in the future. Every time that you can reflect, Queen of Pentacles, back to the beginning, right? Every time you reflect on what you've done and where you've been, I think you're able to see very clearly the meaning that you've created, the depth of purpose that you've had, the intensity of your experiences. Yeah. And we keep moving forward to have more of those and to contain those, to keep them around a little bit longer. This is outstanding. I want to look at the mystery card. Let's see. Well, we have a 10 and a 9 of Pentacles. Maybe we need a 10 and a 9 of Cups. Maybe 9 of Cups here. I didn't get to see much about your mental state or your attitude or your thought process, but maybe this is what the Queen of Pentacles is kind of showing us, that we need to have that thought process where we can reflect on what we've accomplished and appreciate where we've been and what we've been through and how much progress we've made and where we are right now, and then of course where we're going. So maybe we need some air energy, but I don't know, I'm kind of feeling a 6 here. We started in the very background with this Prince of Wands. I think the Prince of Wands is really showing that you've been doing kind of the same thing for a long time. Maybe not in the same place, maybe not with the same people, but you've been on this really committed path for a long time. Let's see a 6 of Wands. Right? That the effort of this Prince of Wands, this commitment to the path, right? That you've been steady and consistently pushing forward, even though the circumstances change, the people change, people come and go, right? You've been consistent. I want to see you crossing that finish line. I want to see a 6 of Wands. Amen. There we go. 6 of Wands. Beautiful. This is that this is the recognition that every moment that you feel the depth of meaning, that you feel this water energy, this connection, this love in your heart, each and every one of those moments is a really big win, right? Because it's showing that you have succeeded, and it's a success, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. It really is the blessing. It really is the way of life. Yeah. And so this is a card of victory. And to me, it's kind of the feeling that all of our work is paying off. Not has paid off, but is paying off. Present tense, verbs here. That we are in that process, and you're on this kind of, you're on this trot around the winner's circle or whatever. But I feel like it's important that you have connections with your people. See, this isn't just you by yourself. This is you leading a group of people. This is you being, being thanked, being celebrated, being appreciated for what you're creating for, your people, right? The people close to you. This is the way of life. This is your way of life, which inspires other people and really offers the people around you a lot of love, a lot of connection. Just through the way you approach your world, I think is bringing a lot of happiness and a lot of light to everybody around you. Yeah. And by extension, I think you are raising the collective vibration of the universe, of the world. Yeah. Anyway, stunning energy. Very, very nice. We're going to do an extended reading. I'm going to see about that light. If you want to watch the extended, link up top, link down below. New readings for Taurus Monday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from, especially if this is your first time here. I want to welcome you. Thanks for joining us. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.